I was once a successful businessman, living a life of luxury. However, my greed and infidelity led to the downfall of my family. I kicked my children out and chose my mistress, Mary, over my wife, Sarah. I even had a baby with Mary, a son, Tom. I met Mary in a shopping mall. When she accidentally fell down because her high heels broke, I helped her to get up, and that's how we fell in love, and later she became my mistress. This was how it all started. In a shopping mall, I was heading for grocery. I noticed a very young, attractive woman. She was in her elegant red dress. She gave me a captivating smile. I smiled back. She was walking very slowly in front of me, but her high heels broke and she fell. I quickly ran to her and helped her up. She was pleased. We gazed at each other for a moment. Our eyes were locked with each other.
"Oh, thanks. That's very kind of you,"
she said with a seductive voice. "Oh, no worries," I replied. We had some flirty conversation and exchanged numbers. From that day I started dating secretly for months. Back in my house, when I was left alone with my grown-up children, we started a heat argument. They found out I had been cheating on their mom, with Mary. "Now, the both of you get out of my house." I said this to Ken and Stacy, my grown-up children.
Excuse me, mister. You keep asking us to get out of the house. Keep in mind, say that again, we'll hate you forever.
Sighed Ken, my son. "How rude, just get out. You both are good for nothing."
Fine. We'll go. Mom is going to be very disappointed with you. Dad. No, I mean, mister. We don't need a dad like you. You don't deserve us. Come on, big brother. Let's go pack our things.
I just stood there, witnessed Ken and Stacy heading to their bedroom, packing up their stuff. Later, Sarah, my wife, came home. Ken and Stacy have left.
"Where are the kids?"
Sarah asked in surprise. "I kicked them out. They are good for nothing." I told them to get out. Hearing this, Sarah was furious. We started arguing.
"Are you crazy? Why do you always have to say that to our kids? If you keep saying those harsh words to our kids, they will grow up hating you."
"So, they both are just useless and spoiled by you." Then, Mary arrived at our doorstep. I let Mary in, and Sarah was confused. I told Sarah that I had been dating Mary behind her back. Sarah became very angry and disappointed with me. I even asked Sarah to pack her stuff and get out. Sarah was heartbroken. She had a last look at me and Mary and said,
"You both disgusted me. I will never forget this."
One day, I received the devastating news that both Mary and my son, Tom, had fallen ill. I rushed to their side, but it was too late. They both passed away, leaving me heartbroken and alone. One day, when I woke up, while I looked at the mirror, I was terrified. I was old and broke, and years has passed. I was shocked, wondering what was happening, and I realized the grave mistake I had made. I tried to reconnect with Sarah and my children, but they wanted nothing to do with me. Now, even older and broke, I spend my days reflecting on my past mistakes. I sit on a park bench every day, lost in my thoughts. Suddenly, a familiar voice interrupts my solitude. It's the young me. He was standing in front of me. I was shocked, scared, and terrified. "Alan, I never thought I would see you again," he says, his voice filled with both anger and sadness. "It looks like I'm seeing a ghost." I looked up at the young me, tears streaming down his face. "Alan, I am so sorry for everything. I was blinded by my own desires, and I destroyed our family. I have regretted it every day since, but you can change it," he said. The young me expression softened slightly. "You can't undo the past, but maybe we can find some solution." We spent the next few hours talking, reminiscing about the good times I had before everything fell apart. We laugh and cry together, slowly healing the wounds of the past. As the sun sets, I realizes that I still love Sarah. I ask the younger me, "Can you ever forgive me? Can we start over despite everything?" The young me takes a deep breath, contemplating his words. "Alan, forgiveness is a process, but I believe in second chances. Let's take it one step at a time. First, you need to spend more time with the kids. Remember not to judge them. Kids need the care and support from their parents. Secondly, show more love and care for Sarah. And thirdly, and the most important, you must not have anything to do with Mary. Remember, do not ever engage with Mary." But how? Mary and Tom had passed away. I asked with confusion and curiosity. As I turned back to face the young me, he disappeared. When I arrived at my house, it was Sarah and my children. I were surprised they did not leave.
Hey honey, I'm preparing your favorite noodles. Dinner is going to be ready soon.
Sarah said, like she always does. I quickly ran to hug Sarah, and I was overjoyed inside me.
Oh, can we just wait after dinner? I'm cooking here.
Then I look at Ken and Stacy sitting on their sofa, looking at their phone as usual. They didn't leave. I was so happy, I almost gonna show my tears of joy. I sat with them and asked about them. They were amazed and happy for what I'm doing. I was so happy to see them. I spent the whole day with my family. Later, I went back to my room. I looked into the mirror. The old me was gone. It was a younger me. And so, that was how I listened to myself to rebuild my relationship with my children and Sarah. We start with friendship, slowly rediscovering the love we had. We support each other through the ups and downs, finding solace in our shared experiences. Back to the shopping mall, I was heading to the grocery. I witnessed a young attractive woman in elegant red dress, red high heels. She has long flowing blonde hair. It was Mary. Suddenly she felt, and one of her heels broke. She looked at me, but she was gazing at me, giving me her captivating smile, hoping I will help her up. Then I remembered the young me told me, "You must not have anything to do with Mary. Do not engage." So, with a heavy heart, I just ignored her and walked away with a smile. Mary was upset, and it was another random guy who went and helped her. One day, out of curiosity, I went back to the same park, hoping to see myself again. I sat on the bench and waited. In a short moment, a familiar voice said, "So, how is it going?" But this time, it's not a younger me, but an older me, who looks old but successful. Well, I did fix it, but how did all this be done? I need answers, I asked with confusion. Then the older me said, "Well, my man, we can't change the past, but we can edit the future before it happens. So will I see you again?" "I'm going to miss you," I said. Then he said, "What are you talking about?" "You can see me every day in the mirror," he said with a smile, and disappears. So, during my older age, I and Sarah found happiness in each other's company. I see both my children growing up successful. After all the mistakes I learned, I realized something far more valuable: love. Appreciate people who have been there for you, especially your family.